Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Scream, face card, never decline, know what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it, it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Scream, face card, never decline, know what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it, it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Scream, face card, never decline, know what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it, it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. turn me up. I like my money like I like my niggas scream. Face card, never decline or what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me.
This product is so important because not only is it produced with care, but it actually has proven results. There have been over 10,000 units of this sold. The company name is shareabutters.com, and this was developed with love by a woman who simply wanted to help her beautiful daughter as she recovered from the devastating effects of cancer, chemo, and radiation burn, and has helped many others with fading stretch marks, eczema, and many other skin issues. Check out the website as it has tons of other valuable products. Check it out. There will be a link and a discount code pinned in the comments section of this video. Listen, we need to talk about your credit, okay? I don't know your business. You know it, so stop and listen for a second. You already know that you need to refinance that car because a 20% interest rate is not cute for nobody. Get out of that bad loan. Get yourself into a better position. Slash your debt in half if your credit score is right. Listen, I used to have a car payment that was $875. All I had to do was get my credit in order, refinance it down, and I ended up paying only $500 a month for what I previously paid $875 a month. That can be you. I have a kit on my website, the Credit Glow Up Kit. It will help you. It gives you all of the templates and the tools that you need in order to fix your credit. You do not have to spend hundreds of dollars a month to let someone con you into thinking that you need that kind of help. Go to my website. It's really easy. It's $5.99. You can download it right away. Fix your credit, okay? Stop being embarrassed when you go to the car dealership. You sitting in there for 10 hours just to get financed because your credit is bad. Let's stop that this year. What is going on, Vibers? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Is my sound okay? Is everything good? Let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Let me see, pull up some comments really quick. I hope everybody's happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all. I've been asked to do this topic for a little while now, and I really do want to get into it because I think it's one of those important topics that we should be discussing. And yeah, it's kind of triggering and all that kind of stuff. And I know that this is not definitely going to apply to everyone, but if you haven't dealt with, or it's not your issue or whatever, consider yourself blessed. But the reason why I think it's important to talk about is because some of the attitudes that you might deal with other sisters, and you don't get it and you don't understand why they're so weird and toxic and hateful and toxically competitive and stuff like that, it has a lot to do with who raised them. If you know, and we've said this before, if you got to deal with a girl or a woman actually who when she was a girl had to fight with her mother, the girl whose mama was calling her B's and H's and all this kind of stuff, that's somebody, baby, you're not even equipped to handle. Okay. But you might want to understand it just in case you do have to deal with it and unpack it. So I just kind of want to talk about it. And I have like a compilation of videos and stuff of people that are kind of talking about this because y'all be sending it to me. So I want to go ahead and get into it. So let me see. Do we have any birthdays or anything like that? Okay. Fuzzy Spiral says, "Oh, how I love my shea butters, baby. It doesn't it make you feel like luxury? Because whenever I'm out and somebody compliments my skin or something like that, honey, they don't even know about because you know people say shea butters and all this kind of stuff, but a lot of people don't know about like royal jelly and all that shit. So yeah, I do be feeling kind of you know, exquisite sometimes. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me play the first video actually right here.
The narcissistic mother is very jealous of her daughter. And if her daughter is beautiful, smart, talented, and people are very attracted to her daughter, she's gonna wanna set her daughter up in all the worst ways. A lot of times, narcissistic women are very promiscuous. And when they see their daughters coming up, growing up, looking beautiful, growing, you know what I'm saying, and just doing good in life, they become so jealous of their daughter's purity. They get jealous of their daughter's virginity, and they will set their daughters up to literally get raped or to end up in very toxic relationships where it just beat her down, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually. And she likes to see her like that because she wants her daughter to be stressed out. She don't want her to be feminine because a lot of the times, not even a lot of the times, most of the time, these narcissistic women are very masculine. Like they are always in a competitive state. And when they see that you're growing,
Bro, if she don't preach, do me a favor. If you look, if you have seen this, because I'm like, the topic really does need to be unpacked for 100 reasons, y'all. Because a lot of the times, like I think everybody has this in their family or whatever. But if you really think about it, the whole, you know, what goes on in this house stays in this house and all this kind of stuff, that's definitely a quote unquote black culture thing. And I'm not saying it don't happen in other places because I know it does. And I'm not saying that this phenomenon of women, because when I tell you TikTok is filled with this content, right? But let's take it a step further. I want you to listen to what they're saying and recognize that some of the issues that you are having sometimes with another woman, with maybe you know, a sibling, whatever, it has a lot to do with this stuff, okay?
up and you're beautiful and you pure, you just want to go to school and get your life together, because they didn't make the right choices, they want to bring you down. They don't want you to be pure. They don't want you to live a soft girl life. They want you to have a hard life like them. These narcissistic mothers hate their daughters so much. They don't want to see you in a good relationship. They want to see you in a toxic relationship with a man beating on you, cheating on you. If they see you doing good and they see you in a relationship, they're going to hate that man. They're going to try to convince you that's not the one for you. They're going to try to get in that person's ear and talk bad about you to destroy any chances of you having anything good. The best thing for you to do if you know that your mother's a narcissist is to get away from her, because you will end up having a hard life because they are always in survival mode, and that's how they want you to be. They want you to be in survival mode.
To me, that right there is key. Now, even though she's talking about a sociopathic, narcissistic daughter, right? um just really think, if you have been in a position to where, let's say, you're winning or whatever, you're doing well, you're in a good relationship, you're being treated well, whatever, it could be something as simple as when you were in high school, you had the best prom dress, your hair style was on point. Hold on a second, my dad, not my dad, my husband's at the grocery store, not knowing the ingredients for the salsa. One second, y'all. Um, yeah, so the girl that does the thing like sabotage your dress, right? Try to embarrass you in front of men or in front of other boys or what for the boys. Try to diminish you, try to make you feel bad about yourself. The girls who would cut your hair. And I'm not talking about the, the little bitty kids that do it, even though it kind of starts there. But all of that, the girls who did anything to sabotage, diminish, hate on, bring down, that exists because of, in my opinion, this whole mentality. And the mentality literally comes from their mothers because it plays out the same way. Your mother could be the same type of hating ass bitch that any other, and I don't look, I'm not trying to offend anybody or whatever. I'm just saying it how I see it. Okay. Your mama could be the same hating ass bitch as the girl that's next to you that's mad because you got a nice purse or whatever. When she specifically said stuff, because I have talked to so many women throughout the years who have said this, when their mothers have been in bad relationships and they did what they were supposed to do and got into a right relationship, or their mother saw them treating bad, they sabotage it. It's the same mentality. It's the same damn mentality. And that's why I'm a firm believer that women who mammy, all of that energy that they put against throwing another woman down, breaking her spirit, humiliating her, all that is male-centered behavior. At the root of all that is a woman's addiction to male validation. And sometimes when they don't get it, they turn bitter and they take it out on people that they think can. And these mamas sometimes, especially if they've ruined their lives, and it could be a grandma, it could be an auntie, it could be, a cousin, whatever, just a woman. A lot of times when I was younger, older women befriended me a lot. And I understand it now. I didn't get it then, but I got it now. But them hoes wanted to sabotage me. And it's a realistic situation. Okay, it's a realistic situation.
Because they had to do that, that's how they feel. You don't deserve to have no soft girl life. They're gonna tell you that you lazy if you're not working as hard as they are supposedly working. Then all of a sudden you are lazy, you know what I'm saying, bitch, and they had to do this and they had to do that. You weak. They're gonna get in your head and try to make you think like them so that you'll be competitive and be masculine. Because the truth is that energy is not really gonna attract you the greatest things. Feminine energy attracts you the greatest things. When you just rest in your feminine energy and you know that you could attract whatever you want, and you just feel good about yourself and you have high self-esteem, you could attract whatever you want. That's why they try to break you down. That's why the narcissistic mother always puts their daughters down. They kick them out the house early. They choose their brothers over them. They choose men over them. It's because they want you to have a very hard life because they hate you and they're competitive against you.
Facts, big facts, and exactly, Fuzzy.
The narcissistic mother is very
A woman that cannot stand to see you happy. Okay, that's literally it. Okay. Good morning, I'm live. Hang on a second, y'all. Yes, I'm live, dear. Hot. Yeah, hot. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you so very much for the super sick JMM55. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's go ahead. And I see a lot of y'all are bringing up Juan and her mama. So look, I'm so mad because she's taking those videos down. Now, I did find a few that other people had reposted. I was like, what the hell is up with this woman? What is up with this mother? Okay. What's going on, 504? Baby, I'm trying to figure out what. I'm not finna do this avatar foolishness with you, Muffin. I'm not about to do it. Good morning, baby girl. All right. Yeah, her mom, Juan's mom, is she. I got a video or two about them. Now, she's the worst kind. And I really think that her mom was probably, typical. Most mothers, have to work hard or whatever. She was a single mom and all that kind of stuff. And I believe that her watching her daughter literally build an empire from social media. And in her mind, she ain't doing shit. It's not a job. It's not, she got it too easy. She does not like that her daughter is outperforming her. She does not like it. And again, that's why the energy is so similar to, any other regular hating ass, narcissistic, sociopath ass bitch. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. She does not like, because think about it. Any woman that's tried to bring you down, hated on you, tried to fuck you over, sabotage you or whatever, why is she doing that? Only because you're outperforming her on some way. That's the only reason why you're outperforming her in some way. And it could be in her mind because remember, these hoes are sick. Is something wrong with them? It could be because you have a better job. It could be a better marriage. It could be apartment. It could be you could sing better, being y'all in the choir together. It could be whatever you are doing that she desires for herself, because people don't even understand. Saying that somebody is jealous of you is one thing, right? And people trivialize this, but y'all sleep on how evil jealousy can be. That is an evil ass energy when somebody envies you, especially from a toxic kind of, like a super, super toxic kind of perspective, because it will cause them to do anything to you. Anything. Because some women cannot stand to see the next woman thrive. Okay. They just can't. So I have another video. Let me put this one up here.
I don't care what nobody say, parents can be jealous of their children too. And sometimes parents being jealous of their children will be disguised as tough love. I'm here to tell you they be disguising it and masking it as tough love. Like I used to feel like when I was growing up that my mom used to make our lives harder, like purposely harder, and disguise it as I'm just trying to teach y'all, I'm trying to train y'all up. When all the while she was competing. You don't notice this stuff when you're looking at your mom like that's my mom. She would never do something like that. But the reality is when you stop seeing your parent as your parent and you start to see them as a person, you start to realize that they be broken sometimes. They be jealous sometimes. They be competing sometimes. And while you never want to think about it that way, the biggest way that you can get yourself free from the strongholds of your parent, from being so bruised and emotionally tormented by your parent, is by understanding that they are a person too. Understanding that sometimes the enemy can use them too. They be having things that are making them act in such a way that they cannot properly parent you or mother or father you. And that's a conversation that I don't think is talked about enough.
Oh, wow. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I promise you, I just preached a sermon. I promise you, I just preached a sermon on mute. So listen, thank you. I should have known. You know what? I didn't even look down. If I'd have looked at the chat earlier, I would have noticed that. But what I'm saying is what she brought to the table, in my opinion, um, is the very important part, because you only see your mom as your mom. You don't see her as a woman. And that is a lot of times why they are able to continuously hurt you when you know and have identified them as being toxic and harmful. You're still viewing them as this is, this is just your mom, just my mom. No, that's a woman. That's a woman with some issues that can hurt you, because being a mom is it's a construct that's a choice. You have to make a decision to be a mother, right? You don't have to make, well, these days people think that you can decide to be a woman, and I'm gonna leave that alone for a minute. But understand that I'm definitely not saying, if this is your mom, that you're supposed to hate or disrespect her. No, recognize that that's a woman, though. That's a woman first. That is a woman first, especially if you are in that position where she's brought harm to you, where she's hurt you, where she's sabotaged you, where she has humiliated you. If she's treating you like you're any other chick off the street, it is better for you and for your safety and your well-being that you view her as a woman first. Now, I'm not saying this again, handle it how you want to handle it, but in terms of being safe, that's a woman. Okay. Um, let's get this one up here. This is a really short clip that I think people saw that was really disturbing. This one really disturbed me.
All the fucking sacrifices I made for you. Don't you ever tell me I'm selfish. Don't you do it. And you know what? You gonna pay for that. Me selfish? Okay.
On my graduation.
Okay. Me selfish?
On my graduation.
Yes. You gonna tell me all the shit I done did for you, Jamira? That I'm selfish?
What you did was selfish.
Okay.
You are.
Yeah, I think a lot of us saw that one when I think that went viral a lot earlier this year. What happened? Jupiter Sun said, I've recently gone no contact with my male identified mom. She celebrated what? She celebrated my leukemia diagnosis on 6/21/24. When I went into remission on 12/19/24, she was Jupiter Sun. Beloved, I am so sorry that you experienced that. I am so sorry. You did not deserve that. That woman is out of pocket. That is evil, low down, and something that no daughter should experience. No person should experience someone celebrating them being sick. But here, what I am glad to hear is that, amen, you are healed. Okay? You are healed and you are overcoming despite that. And I hope and pray that you have not internalized any of that hatred and disgust that that woman has. Okay? I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. That hurts. That hurts to hear. I'm so, so sorry. So, so sorry. Okay? Mm-mm-mm. Because it's like, we really do need to talk about this. I don't feel like it's said out loud enough. We've kind of glossed over it. People are having the conversation a little bit more openly now. But sometimes your first experience with jealousy, betrayal, emotional harm, all of that came from the woman who birthed you. So I just want to unpack the trauma of being raised by a woman who might have secretly resented you, competed with you, or punished you for the light she never found in yourself. And I'm telling you right now, Jupiter Sun, that's what she was doing to you. Your mother was punishing you for having the light that she could not see or find in herself. She's sick. She's sick. Okay? So, yeah. So before we get a little bit further, do you guys believe that a mother can actually be jealous of her own daughter? Drop a blue heart if you believe that. Okay? Let's get into it. Let's get into it, okay? That just really upset me, y'all. 504 says, yeah, I had to learn the hard way. My mom did this to me when she stormed out of my white coat ceremony. What? What? Girl, I'm so sorry. Now that's what I mean. It's like sometimes they cannot stand to see you celebrated because your accomplishments reminds them of what they have not done. And that's why it's important once you've identified that you have a toxic mom, that's why it's so important to view her as another woman, because when you put that in that perspective, because if it's just a everyday average bitch over here, you recognize when she hating. You recognize when she's mad that she ain't got the pull that you got or got the position that you got. You recognize that so easily, right? But when it's your mom, it's like it's hard to conceptualize it. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, you know? But here's what I can tell you, right? Let's just for argument's sake, okay? One of the things that you can, if your mom is jealous of you and toxic, kind of like what the earlier girl said, criticizing your looks, your body, your confidence early on, especially while you were developing, right? Because if you think about it, again, back to why she has to be viewed as any other woman. You get it when another woman is doing that. You might not get it in real time depending on your age, but when a woman is criticizing your looks like that, your body and your confidence, you know what she's doing. You know what she's aiming for, right? If your mother competed with you, right? Especially around men, right? Or for attention, period. Always got to be the loudest heifer in the room. You like 504 saying she graduating, she's storming out. That's because she wants the attention on herself. She couldn't stand to see her own daughter in that white coat being celebrated. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And ugh, she sabotaged opportunities for you, right? That was almost a form of sabotaging. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally unavailable, right? But controlling at the same time. So just think about that. You tell her, you know, you're hurting or somebody broke your heart or you feel a way about a situation and she goes deaf. But every move you make and every bit of progress that you make, she wants in on it and she wants to control it and culture how you feel, what you say, what you wear, who you around, what kind of car you drive, and all that kind of stuff. What's going on, Mixtress Monica, girl alive? Fuzzy Spiral says, what happened to being proud of your child and yourself for your child's achievement? Girl, okay. What about this? What about the mom who guilt, shame, and manipulates you to keep you small? So when you are winning, graduating, surpassing her, which I've told my kids this for years, I want y'all to surpass every single thing that I've ever done. I need you to do I need you to like, please out accomplish me. That's my only that's what I want for them. So the toxic mom though, when she sees that you're doing that, she got to chop you down a notch. Almost like, you know how men will try to chop a woman down because he's not accomplished and stuff like that. It's the same mentality. Okay? It's the same mentality. What else? She praised others' daughters but rarely praised you. Now imagine that shit. Imagine you are you're doing your thing, because we all want to please our moms. We all want her approval, right? We all want to show our moms that we're showing up in this world the right way, that we're accomplishing things, that we got this, right? Every girl wants her mom to see that in her. And so we're always looking for her approval, right? And I'm telling you that that's a natural response to want your mom's approval, but like you should already have that. Whenever I've sensed in my daughter that she's trying to get my approval, I start praising her. I start giving her praise. I start celebrating her because I don't ever want her to think that she has to work for me to approve of her. But it's a normal and natural thing to do it. But when your mom is toxic and you're trying to do these things and you're showing her your accomplishments and because you want, you know, her to approve of you, she's going to act like you didn't do anything. You know, you graduated from nursing school and she says, "Oh, that's good." You got a promotion on your job. Oh, I got a promotion on my job too. We don't even talk about that enough. Your mama trying to one up you in every conversation? Crazy. Okay. Callie Cooley says, I'm over 40 with a 2 and 5-year-old. Some of my friends with grown kids often get triggered by me because of how they feel about the outcome of their kids. Oh, yeah, that's a real thing, honey. That is a real thing. Okay. What about the whole, you think you're better than me? I was just talking to a cousin of mine, and that's what her mother told her, that she thinks that she's better than her. Imagine that. But we know when a person says that you need to be chopped down a notch or taken down a notch or you think you're better, it's really a projection because they think you're better, right? And my all-time favorite, the horrible decisions that she has made or the horrible actions that she has made towards you or others is somehow your fault. So if she made a bad decision by not managing her money well, she's going to say it's because I had to do this for you. If I hadn't have did this or if I hadn't did that, y'all got to let that stuff go. You got to let it go. 504 says, my mom is like that. She'll celebrate all of my friends. She can't remember the name of anyone I date, but she knows my friends at 940. Wait a minute, hold on. She knows my friends and all of their husbands and what they're doing. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. Let's go to the next video.
Do you want to know what's a real thing? And if you got a good mama, scroll. This ain't for you. No shade. But if you got a good mama, this ain't for you. Keep scrolling. Because you wouldn't dare be able to understand what I'm about to say. They gone? Okay. Mom trauma is a real motherfucking thing. Laying in your bed, crying, because you one day have to open up and realize your mama don't give a fuck about you. She don't give a fuck about herself enough to give a fuck about you. And for some, we had the audacity to go and have kids. That mom trauma is a real thing. It is.
And it is. And like, it's so common. But when I tell you, when I was looking for the, because some of you guys sent me like clips, like it might have been like part 5 of 20 or whatever. And so I went on TikTok, like searching hashtags and looking for these videos. It was insane how common this shit is. Absolutely insane. But I would say even like with us and Black families, that cultural silence, honey, is doing a number of us. And I know that this happens in multiple races and ethnicities or whatever. But in Black families, I know this for sure. We're taught to protect mama at all costs. Even if she broke your spirit, you're told to hush, right? You're told she did the best that she could do. But sometimes you got to deal with the fact that whatever she did that was quote unquote her best, it might have left you bruised. And sometimes it happens and it's not her, it wasn't her intention. She didn't know no better because she might have came from the same type of environment. All of this is rooted in people having childhood issues and trauma, in my opinion. Maybe it wasn't her intention, but she should at least, by the time, you get a little bit older and you're, explaining this, she should at least be able to acknowledge and let you unpack that to her. Okay. Next video. Oh, this was interesting.
You're struggling to raise me because you don't like me. What?
She say respect goes both ways. It's like
If you act like a bitch, that's what you're gonna be called. Your bitch ass think you wrong. That's how I talk to her. That's the.
What do you want your mother to understand?
I want her to understand that like I would be there to help. I will help every time you ask, but it's like you can't just go off yelling.
Do you regret having a daughter?
If she was a boy, she'd probably be better.
My mom. Sick of being perfect. I'm never gonna be good enough for her.
or anyone.
I won the Oscar for Misery. She said, I don't know what all the excitement about. You didn't discover the cure for cancer. I forgot to thank her that night.
You know, you did thank her. At the end of your speech, you thanked her.
No, I did not. I did not. You go back and look at it. I did. My family, my friends, my mom at home, and my dad, who I hope.
What do you think of it?
Thank you. Why did I think I didn't thank her? Oh, what a relief.
Wow.
Why does that mean so much to me?
Because she should have had my life.
Let's talk about it. No, you need to get some help. Let's talk about getting you some mental help.
No.
Something's wrong. I want nothing from you.
I feel bad.
Nothing
I feel
from
bad
you.
for you. You know.
No, don't feel bad for me.
I feel bad.
No, you should. No, you should. You should. No, because right now you.
I know you've been through a lot.
I ain't been through.
No.
The only person that raised you,
Relax.
that nurtured you,
Relax.
did all this for you, and then how the you do me?
Talking about yourself. My whole childhood you talking about yourself, bro. And you don't give a.
It's not my fault.
I don't care.
You're not gonna fault me for that. I'm not.
You the only parent in the house. That's why I gotta do this. I gotta do for my daughter.
And you're not
You
gonna
still
tell me.
talking
Then I
about
was bothered at this
yourself.
point.
Why? Why are you talking about yourself, bro? You were in pain. Why inflict that on me? Knowing that you were in pain
So stop
and
right there.
damaging your child.
Stop right there. Stop right there. I know what you're saying.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand her pain, but now it's time to talk about my pain. What the I went through.
Yeah, that I put that clip in there for multiple reasons because like I feel like that really represented a lot of the core that first mom. That first mom, I went to a high school with a girl. I went to high school with this girl and that was like that was her mom. That was her mom. Nothing she could do was good enough. She would talk to her like she was a dog, just like you know, she would call her bitches. It was rough watching some of these clips and knowing that this is actually some people's reality and this shit is common. And I was talking to my husband before I did this stream and I was like, I know that this happens to other people. I said, but when you get on social media, I rarely see like other groups or other ethnicities unpacking this shit. And he said that's because Black people are the only people that really use uh social media for to heal trauma and for therapy. The rest of them pretty much go to therapists. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even think about that. But when, like, I guess if you think about it, it does kind of make sense. Okay. Um, what's this? Rose Flamber says, damn, I literally just got done giving my mom a piece of my mind for coming at me, but letting my brother get away with murder. Girl, I understand that. I understand that. I've seen that all too often too. Because women are seen, even if it's their daughter, when that mindset is toxic, when she's a damn mammy, she sees every woman as her competition, including her daughter or maybe even her own mother. Okay, it's just women are their enemy. You ever hear those? Like Sonia. If you're familiar with that story, Sonia cannot stand women. But think about the root of Sonia's relationship with her mother. Think about how her mother abandoned her. Sonia don't trust women because if you can't trust your mama, how can you build trust with other women? Y'all hear me? Her mother abandoned her. The woman that she was supposed to be the safest with left her. Of course she don't like women. Of course she don't trust women. Of course she's going to identify with men more. And I know that that's even a nuanced topic and a nuanced situation because of multiple reasons. But there is a reason why she goes around saying, I get along with men better. She views her dad as the parent who stayed. Her mother left. If you gotta heal over being abandoned by your mother, as your hoish father tricks around in the streets, but at least he pays the bills, you're gonna have a distorted view of reality and interpersonal relationships. You know, insane.
So I pull up to my mama's house to get the rest of my stuff. And as soon as she opened the door, she's like, hello. I'm like, hey, I'm here to get the rest of my stuff. Mind you, I texted her on Mother's Day and I said, happy Mother's Day. I'll be there Thursday/Friday to get the rest of my things. She replied and said between 1 and 5 is fine. I didn't reply back. I felt like we said what we had to say. I saw the message. She saw the message. It ain't nothing personal that I have to say. It's established. I wasn't able to come on Thursday at all because I couldn't even get a U-Haul. So I came today on Friday around 2:55, leaving me until 5 o'clock to get the rest of my things. So once she opens the door and sees that I have a male with me, she says, you can come on in, but he got to stay outside. I said, wait a minute. Now, the last time I was here when I was looking for that modem, I told you that the next time I come, I'll get my bed because I'll have a man with me that'll help me break it down and take it out. She's just standing there looking. I'm like, can you help me out? Like, I need to have him to break down the bed. He leaves and goes and gets in the car. So she starts saying, I need to go to the bank. You should have came yesterday. Why you didn't text back? She kept saying the same thing. I'm like, okay, I didn't text back, but we got to figure out how we're going to do it today. It's March 16th. It's 2:58. How we going to fix this today? I wasn't able to come yet. She said, so you couldn't get in your car and come pack your... No. So how do we fix it from today? I need a solution today. I'm supposed to leave today. So she said, are you getting loud with me? I said, no, I'm just passionate about what I'm talking about. She like, you should have texted back when I said between 1 and 5. I didn't even know you was coming. I said, I ain't got to kiss your ass and text you. She said, oh, get the hell out of my yard. So that's how it started, not even gonna lie. Because you doing, like, I'm watching her manipulate me. You are literally focusing on what you can fuss at me about instead of making a solution. I couldn't come yesterday. I'm here now. How do we... I said, Mom, just tell me, how do I get my stuff so I can leave you alone? She said, yeah, that's right, you do. But she's still not telling me how to get my stuff. If she gon' what time. So I was like, what time you gonna come back? She get loud. She like, I will be back when I want to. You will come back after 5. I said, are you actually going to answer your phone this time? Because that's how I ended up not being able to get in the house the last time. I had to go get a hotel because I was officially put out. She said, are you actually going to come this time? Whole time, y'all. I said Thursday/Friday. I still had Friday today, 1 through 5. So she was like, get the hell out of my yard. And I pressed that. I dialed 911 because my move-in day is tomorrow. And I see she's always done this same. This supposed to just be a smooth process so I can get out of your life. You hate me. Let me get out of your life. I'm supposed to be getting my keys in like 30 minutes. And this is how my hair looks. After yesterday, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Oh, and no makeup bag either. All of a sudden, now I don't have a makeup bag. Oh my goodness. I don't even have time to sit down and tell y'all what happened yesterday. Not right now, but just know she told me don't call her mom anymore. She told me call her Miss, her last name. Like, she told me don't even call her mom anymore. Why? Because I called the police for me to get my stuff. That makes sense. Okay. Everything that happened yesterday took away like a lot of my excitement of getting my first apartment. How I'm gonna be excited about getting my first apartment and I had to call the police on my ex-mom, and then she tell me don't even call my mom no more, and she was on the phone the whole time like with somebody while the altercation was going on, and she had brought up like some when I put you out. And I was like, yeah, because you put me out because of XYZ. And when I said the reason, she took the phone from her ear and started muting it. So whoever her friend is that she's been talking to, she obviously isn't telling you the truth. And yeah. And I was like, okay. She was like, no, I didn't. That ain't why. You a liar. You're evil. I'm like, okay, so what was the reason? I don't have to get into that with you. You know why you did it, Ma. I don't have any alcohol, but I'm trying to clean the lace as much as I can because I just need to lay it down. Like, I'm going to lay it back down, and then this is going to be like hair in my face, so that's not going to happen. Me and my cousin started yapping, but I kind of, if you could tell, I got it together. But the AT&T man is at the apartment now. I don't even have my keys yet, and he's trying to hook up the Wi-Fi, so I got to go.
Password to something customizable.
Oh, okay.
And also, if you have issues, you can schedule an appointment to the app as well. So.
What's it called?
Smart home.
On the sneak peek. So I pull up to my mama's house to get the rest.
Yeah, that was tough to watch. I had never seen or heard of that mother-daughter duo until I saw one of the videos the other day, and Fuzzy and I were talking about it. I did not know how deep that situation went. It's crazy. And yes, I agree with you, 504. She gonna be all right. She gonna be all right. Because here's the thing though, most of the time when I've seen this, when your mother been a bully to you, baby, you overcome. You overcome because when your protector is your predator, growing up that way, it makes you tougher in ways that you should never have to be. She's going to be all right. Okay? She is going to be all right because in a lot of ways you literally learn to fend for yourself any damn way because she's definitely not a nurturer. It's like even, some of these photos or whatever where they're kind of like 20. Believe me, I don't think nothing is wrong with that or anything, but it was something about when I observed it, it just looked like it didn't give I'm having fun with my daughter and we're dressed alike. It gave I'm just as fine, if not finer. Let me know if you guys think think that same way too. But listen, what I need people to do though is I don't even want to say that because it sounds mean and I don't want to trigger anybody, but these women need to be stopped and nobody is probably going to stop them. So it's best that you just literally protect you got to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself. You got to start viewing her as the woman she is and not the mother that you wanted her to be. Stop seeking validation from a woman who is committed to misunderstanding you. Okay. Even if you got to reparent yourself, go ahead and do that. And it is okay to create space between you and her issues without feeling guilt. Okay. Boundaries are love, self love. All right. And whatever you do, don't become her. Don't become her. Because sometimes people want to honor their mothers by being them. Don't do that. Okay. The best thing you can do is honor her by being the woman she could never be. Okay, let's move on to the next video.
I could not imagine walking around making my daughter feel like I'm her biggest hater when I'm supposed to be her loudest supporter. There is no pain like not having a relationship with your mother. I am my daughter's safe space. My daughter is never gonna have to worry about me being jealous of her or in competition with her. I will never make my daughter feel like I don't like her just because she's doing more with her life than I did with mine.
Thank you.
The goal is to make sure that my daughter knows she's amazing. Build her up to be stronger and smarter than me. Making sure that she knows that she's that girl and she better not let nobody else tell her no difference, including me. As long as I'm here, I'm hyping my daughter up every chance that I get. Me and my daughter have a lot of similarities from when I was her age. And she does a lot of things that I did, but she does them way better than me. And I love that for her. I want to see my daughter thrive, so I teach her all the things that I was not taught. I always say she is the better version of me. I know that as my daughter gets older, we're gonna bump heads, but mama's gonna always have her back.
That's lovely. I wish that there were more of those videos on here than not. And let me tell you something, 504. She says, sometimes I feel like God didn't bless me with kids because of the possibility that I might be like my mama. Okay, you are still young, honey. You are still young. So your blessings may very well be on the way. and you do not have to walk in her shadow. You definitely don't. You definitely do not. Okay. Just like, you are not obligated to keep bleeding so that the woman who cut you can sleep at night. Tell her what you need to tell her, move on, and walk in the light that you are. Okay. You're going to be the mother that you're supposed to be and that you wanted and needed for yourself. You do not have her legacy to upkeep. Okay. Amen. Okay. Tiff says, my grandmother had a friend and questioned why her children don't come around. When that lady started to get nasty with her and tried to use her, she understood why her kids didn't bother. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And Mistress Monica, thank you so very much for the super chat. Mistress Monica said, I have mom drama from being born and raised a Jehovah's Witness. I left the religion at 18, but my mom stayed and remarried a JW. She loves her JW family more than her blood family, and it's sad. That is so heartbreaking. And I mean, it's not just the JWs, but I'm going to tell you something. Every friend that I had that, broke free from that as an adult or whatever, they grew up in that, they have a very similar kind of story about how like the Kingdom Hall was more important than them and all this kind of stuff. I'm not trying to offend people. Please get to God however you get to God. Be the best person you can be spiritually, however it is that honor your path, right? I respect your path. But I'm telling you, there are way too many stories that come out of that JW situation. Way too many. It's insane to sit up there, and that's how we know this is a cult. This is an absolute cult. How is the first order of business the damn Kingdom Hall and not the child that you gave birth to? They can go on with that mess.
It gotta be nothing worse than feeling like your own mother don't even like you. Candace been asking me to speak on this topic for forever. Candace, here you go, baby. Some mothers are jealous of their daughters because they grow up to be amazing women and they know that they didn't have a hand in treating that woman right to be treated like that or to act like that. The way that they treated her, she was supposed to be a crash out. She was supposed to bend and gave up on life. But because she believed in herself and she put it in herself that she's not going to be a statistic and she's not going to be what y'all projected onto her, they hate that about you. Some mothers hate the fact that they had daughters that go out here and they're bold. They're not fearful. They don't let life scare them. They live this life shit. They don't let life drive them crazy. Some mothers hate the fact that their daughters are beautiful and get attention without even trying. Some mothers hate the fact that their daughters get the love from men or the men or her man that the mother never got, or it took her forever to get. Some mothers hate that their daughter loved themselves enough to not even put themselves in some of the situations that she didn't love herself enough not to put herself in. And that is why some women really hate their daughter, because their daughter intimidates them. Their daughter is a woman that they know that they could never equate to, and that is why they treat their daughter that way. Good morning, y'all. Did y'all get a lip kit yet?
Child, she spoke facts. She spoke facts. She absolutely did. Absolutely did. Tat Delicious says, my mother coddled my brothers. Now I am the only child she can depend on. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Shame, girl.
You know what's crazy? It's a lot of y'all that know that y'all mothers are jealous of y'all, and y'all still cling on to them. Like, y'all still wish that y'all had that motherly love, like that mother support where she roots for you, she takes care of your grandkids. But I hate to say it, like, newsflash, if she hasn't had like a life awakening or anything like that, like, she's not coming back around. She's not going to apologize, especially if you don't have siblings that hold them accountable and tell them when they're wrong. Like, you can just literally kiss that mother-daughter relationship, kiss it goodbye, because it's not going to happen. Those type of people, they have manipulated people for so long to the point where they feel like if you say anything out of turn to them, they're going to cut you off. They're going to have everybody go against you because they feel like, how dare you not root for me? How dare you go against me? Them the type of people you don't ever deal with in life.
And she told no lies.
You know what's crazy? It's a lot of y'all that know that.
You lied on me! And this is why I'm about to break the cycle. King and Dream will never see this. Bye.
Oh, okay.
They'll never see it.
Good.
They won't. Good. That's why they're not here.
Good. That's why they're not here.
I left all that like loud ghetto shit, like all that ratchet shit behind. Like I'm not trying to like put that energy like in the air at all. So if you can't get with it, then you gotta get lost. Dreamy comes Saturday, Sunday.
I don't have nothing to do with
so
that.
Wait, so
What
this is
why
she's not here.
You're a weirdo.
Monday,
a whole
Saturday,
weirdo.
Sunday,
You're
Monday,
bipolar.
Wednesday.
Mental issues.
5 days.
You put your hand in my face again, girl.
5 days.
You're going to stretch your ass across this kitchen. You better keep your motherfucking hands on my face.
5 days.
Don't touch me no more.
5 days.
You do it again, I'm gonna rock your world in this motherfucker.
So rock it.
You put your fucking hands on me again.
So rock it.
Put your hands on me again.
Rock it.
You a disrespectful
So 5
ass
days.
girl. You disrespectful is what you are.
I know.
Yeah, you are. I don't care what your mother did to you. I don't care if she sold your to our army. You still better respect your mama. You disrespect everybody. You make your...
I gotta play that again. Because literally that's what I was saying at the top of the conversation. The understanding is that you protect mom at all costs. You respect and defend her no matter what. And I'm telling you, you respect a person the way that a human being is supposed to be respected. But that's why, if this is your mama, you better understand that that's just another motherfucking woman. Okay, that's absolutely insane. Let me run that back. And she's the absolute worst.
You lied on me.
And this is why I'm about to break the cycle. King and Dream will never see this. Bye.
Oh, okay.
They'll never see it.
Good.
They won't.
Good.
That's why they're not here.
Good. That's why they're not here.
I left all that like loud ghetto shit, like all that ratchet shit behind. Like I'm not trying to like put that energy like in the air at all. So if you can't get with it, then you gotta get lost. Dreamy comes Saturday, Sunday.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
So this is why she's not here.
You're a weirdo.
Monday,
a whole
Saturday,
weirdo.
Sunday,
You're
Monday,
bipolar.
Wednesday.
Mental issues.
5 days.
You put your hand in my face again, girl.
5 days.
You're going to stretch your ass across this kitchen. You better keep your motherfucking hands on my face.
5 days.
Don't touch me no more.
5.
Y'all see how she's gaslighting? Because Angela didn't even put her hands on her. She's acting like she's looking for a reason to get physical and violent with her daughter, when all her daughter did was like put up the hand to like remove her hand. She's acting like she did something. That's how they will bully. And that's why I'm saying, and I understand a lot of people don't like to hear it, but like sometimes you have to recognize whether or not your mom is an evil bitch. Okay, a damn demon. Because if you're dealing with any other woman, any other human being, even probably if you wouldn't let your sister do this to you. You wouldn't let me do it to you. You wouldn't let your coworker do it to you. And yes, there should be an extra layer of respect and protection for your mother. But if she ain't worthy, then the bitch just not worthy. Okay? And then notice how she got really out of pocket when Angela glowed up, when she got her life together, and how she wants to take credit now for everything that this girl does. And think about, this is why you don't see Tokyo Toni with women, okay? With women friends. She don't have relationships with other people because this is how she handles everybody. This is how she handles everybody. So every masculine, loud talking, dusty, ignorant. Let's not even, I didn't even get to the part that sounded the worst. Taz walked in here and heard it and was like, that is the worst thing that he has ever heard in his life. Just think about the entitlement because you had a child, not because you raised it. Not because you sacrificed for it, not because she gave her your very best. She said that you owe your mother the respect, even if she sold your vagina to a damn army. And you might get mad at me for saying that, but if that's your mama, she will be the goddamn death of your spirit. And every toxic trait that you own, she gave it to you. Do me a favor and hit the like button, please.
You do it again, I'm gonna rock your world in this mother.
So rock it.
You put your fucking hands on me again.
So rock it.
Put your hands on me again.
Rock it.
You a disrespectful
So 5
ass girl.
days.
You disrespectful is what you are.
I know.
Yeah, you are. I don't care what your mother did to you. I don't care if she sold your to our army. You still better respect your mama. You disrespect everybody. You make your people cry. You take a car from your mama.
I never.
You took a car from your mother. Why you take the car?
Never.
Why you take a car? Why you stop my life? Why?
A car? I bought you cars.
Yeah.
I paid you rent.
No, you ain't buy me a motherfucking car. Where's my motherfucking car you bought me? Where's it?
I gave you money. Are you
Girl,
serious?
you a weirdo. You a fucking weirdo.
Then she goes on to talk about the car that I got for her, which I'm still paying a note and whatnot. And the car's still there. Like nobody's taking the car from you at all, which like annoys me to like the fullest.
She has like 3 cars, 3 fast, expensive cars, 400 to 500,000, and yet my little $40,000 car, which is a Cartier bracelet, sits. What kind of shit is that?
You know my life. Yeah, I never took nothing from
It's
you.
still inside. It's still in front of my house.
Exactly, but I took the car.
Yeah,
right?
you did. You stopped it. You
No,
stopped
I didn't,
it.
Miss Tony.
You stopped it. You a weirdo.
Shalana.
Really?
No, I did not. How would I stop? How
You
can I
need
stop?
to get some. You need to get some help.
No. So
You
no,
need to get
let's
some
talk
help.
about it.
No, you need to get some help.
You're
Let's
nuts.
talk about getting you some mental help. No, something's wrong.
You're nuts.
Something's wrong.
Get out of my face.
Something's wrong.
Child, that one right there. This is why I can't stand it. I actually had in 2020, was it 2023? Whenever it might have been 2023 or 2022. I actually had I did share it on my community. Well, I still have it though. I had a little back and forth with Angela when she was going through that. I just told her, I just sent her some encouragement because it really grieved my spirit watching Tokyo crash out on her like that and try to use her daughter to clout chase and all this kind of stuff. But did you guys hear how entitled she was to her daughter's accomplishments? Like how she felt like her, she owed her something. Look, if my daughter becomes a millionaire, she just becomes a millionaire. I don't feel entitled to anything that she accomplishes. Now, if she chooses to bless me with something, then I'll be grateful and accept it. But I would never sit and think that I'm just supposed to have my daughter's shit just because she got it. It's, that's one disgusting heifer I cannot stand. Okay. Analytical one says, how demonic are you when seeing your own behavior doesn't spur you to change? Child. Okay. Just ridiculous. Let's go to the next one. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. Goodness gracious, why am I okay, I'm having a hard time just dragging the video. Okay, hang on.
If you have a jealous mother, you need to distance yourself from her. Doesn't mean that you want to cut her completely off, but don't spend a lot of time with her because that evil energy is out to destroy you. That's what it's about. It's about destroying you because your mother's already destroyed. It's trying to get you.
Hi guys. Hey Taz. Well, did she lie though? The only thing that I disagree with her on, because I think she said that don't mean cut her off. Look, I'm saying cut her off. I'm saying cut her off. What's going on, Taz? How are you, dear? I'm saying cut her off because I think she said don't cut her off, but I'm telling you, that is dangerous.
If you have a jealous mother, you need to distance yourself from her. Doesn't mean that you want to cut her completely off, but don't spend a lot of time with her because that evil energy is out to destroy you. That's what it's about. It's about destroying you because your mother's already destroyed. It's trying to get you.
And you know what? You know how like people always say, oh, Black women, they don't hold each other accountable. This is accountability. This is absolutely accountability. Okay. I don't see it coming from the other side like that, but this is definitely accountability. All right, let me go to the next video.
When a mother is deeply jealous of her daughter, that daughter's life is in danger. That daughter should not live around that mother. All right? So to watch a mother purchase things when children are in need, to watch a mother do shit that doesn't make sense, act like a teenager when she's a grown woman, it's wrong. And it's only a manifestation of being deeply jealous of the daughter. Now, jealousy cannot coincide with love. That's what everybody needs to understand. You cannot be jealous of somebody and also love them. It's a coveting energy. All right? It's a sin to sit around and fucking covet. So if you see a mother and she's jealous of her daughter, that's weirdo energy. And that mother should not be around children. All right? Now, where does that come from? It comes from the most heinous fucking place. A lot of mothers don't like to see the father love the daughter more than they love each other.
Ooh.
So if the mother and father have a weak...
Ooh. Wow, I didn't even think about that one. I didn't know where she was going because I didn't listen to this full video. This got sent to me by a Viber. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that one happen too. That's wild. That's wild. Let me rewind for full context, y'all.
That's what everybody needs to understand. You cannot be jealous of somebody and also love them. It's a coveting energy. All right? It's a sin to sit around and fucking covet. So if you see a mother and she's jealous of her daughter, that's weirdo energy. And that mother should not be around children. All right? Now, where does that come from? It comes from the most heinous fucking place. A lot of mothers don't like to see the father love the daughter more than they love each other. So if the mother and father have a weak ass relationship and they see the father loving on the daughter and they start acting weird, y'all don't know how many things a mother will do to make sure the father pays more attention to her instead of the daughter. Making sure that the daughter has poor eating habits, giving her an ugly name, just to make sure that the mother stays the center of attention.
God damn. God damn. Did y'all hear that? Like sabotaging early on to make sure she stays the apple of the man's eye. That's crazy. Now, man, listen. Well, I see you down there, Keontae. That is madness. And you know what I don't like about that is like it validates some of those talking points. Like, you know what? Ooh. Listen. Wait a minute. Nash Vegas, what? Your mom stood over you with a knife? Girl, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm glad you went no contact. That's, Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But yeah, this girl just dropped bars. I'm going to name you an ugly name. Now, I have seen mothers make their daughters look less attractive, dress them funny, not comb their hair, but they out in public looking like they just went on the most expensive rainbow shopping spree ever. Meanwhile, their daughter hair all over their head. She all G'd up outside at the park in the summer. Her daughter sitting there with rusty knees and non-matching socks. I've seen that. And I never even thought to qualify that as that energy. It's beyond just sometimes being an unfit mother. Sometimes the bitch is just trying to make sure that you don't shine more than her. I have seen a mother take her daughter's hair out purposefully mistreating her daughter's hair because she was bald headed. Because she was bald headed. So I'm going to ruin your hair. Okay? I've seen it. I've seen a mother. I've seen two, there's two different ways I've seen that. I've seen it. Well, it's not two different ways. It's the same thing, but different contexts. I've seen a dark-skinned mother mistreat her daughter that was light-skinned, and I've seen the light-skinned mother mistreat the dark-skinned daughter. I've seen that. But I never thought to qualify that as the whole sabotaging because I'm jealous of you. Crazy. And I know we've seen that. We've seen that mother that outdresses her daughter at the birthday parties, at a 9-year-old birthday parties. You got on booty shorts, right? You all, ghetto fabulous, but your daughter walking around here in some hand-me-downs, not even good ones. She dropped bars. Okay? That's crazy. Say says, not combing the daughter's hair. Like, yeah, that one right there. That one is deep. Messing their hair up. It's really jacked up to think about this. And it's like, it's really taking me back to childhood, thinking about some girls I observed, especially when we would come back from, like, because my family was in the military, so I would come back to Chicago, during the summers or whatever. And I remember there were so many girls, their mothers' hair would be laid, their mother would be looking nice and clean and all this kind of stuff, and the daughter would look like a damn, like the daughter would look homeless. And the first thought to mind, and tell me if you're like me, the first thought is she's just a neglectful mother, she just don't care. But I never thought to put this bitch jealous. She's jealous of her own baby. Crazy. Let's go to the next one.
Let's talk about why some women are jealous of their own fucking daughters. You're educated, smart, and ambitious. She wasn't allowed to dream. She had to survive, or either she just didn't want to. Your goals remind her of what she gave up on. So instead of chasing men like she did, you're chasing the bag. So a lot of women say they go into college or they do, they thrive in life, or they may do some accomplishment. They mothers never give them congratulations on it. It's because she's jealous. You prioritize mental health. See, this motherfucker had to push through trauma with silence. So watching you go to therapy makes her jealous. Knowing that you're aware of your own mental health issues and you're trying to help yourself and better yourself as a person triggers this bitch. They will even go as far as calling you dramatic because you're going through therapy, because you're trying to go to the doctor and focus on your mental health. But it's crazy because you're healing the wounds that she passed down to you. The next reason why your mother could be jealous is because you're close to your kids. Why? Because she didn't get a mother-loving daughter bond. So seeing you break the cycle makes her feel left out. So she may say you spoil your kids too much, you do too much for them, or she just may simply get jealous when you spend a lot of time with them, which I find is weird as fuck. You're financially independent. Why? Because she relied on a man, struggled in silence. Your freedom makes her feel like she struggled for nothing. Sometimes you have those toxic mothers that want you to rely on them.
Not your freedom. Okay? She is your freedom and your independence. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is a lot to unpack. Sometimes she just mad because you had sense enough not to do the dumb shit that she did. Watching you have good relationships, watching your kids thrive, watching you shine. Crazy.
And ask them for shit, and then as soon as you ask them, they don't have it. So as soon as you boss up and find out how to make your own fucking way, now it's a problem. Now they're jealous. You set boundaries, and then she see it as disrespect because no one ever let her have boundaries. The moment you say no, the moment you call out some bullshit, now you're the bad daughter. Now you're the bad person. Next, you're confident and expressive. She was told to stay small, quiet, and obedient, but your light exposes parts of her that she had to hide. You forgive yourself. The softness that you have towards yourself and knowing that you take accountability and can fuck up in life triggers toxic mothers. because she feels like you should struggle. She feels like you should be down bad in a bind, regardless of what you went through. So when she see that you're soft towards yourself, you're self-healing, it triggers her. You call out toxic behavior. You're the first to say, this isn't okay. Well, that's not right. That's mean. And that shakes the whole foundation of what she thinks motherhood or love is. Being disrespectful, belittling your kids, talking about your kids is not love and is not motherhood. So as soon as you call out on that toxic behavior, all of a sudden you disrespectful. Next, you're healing. Why? Because healing means that you're facing what hurt you. And if your mother is part of that hurt, it makes her see her reflection. Next, you set standards that she never met. So she accepted a bare minimum for men.
You set standards that she never. Wow.
But you expect way more, and it makes her feel judged. So she may call you too picky, but you're not picky. You just know your worth. A lot of people ask me how to deal with this kind of mother. The best thing to do is stop trying to get this person's love. Stop trying to shrink yourself to be accepted. You don't have to dim your light to make that bitch feel comfortable. Her jealousy is hers to unpack, not yours to fix. Detach from her need for validation. So she may congratulate everybody else, but when it comes to you, it's simple. It's not that I'm proud of you. It's more like, hey, you should have did it a long time ago. Or this is something that you should be doing, instead of just simply congratulating you. The best way to deal with this type of person is to don't deal. That's why I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter what label somebody has in your life. They caused you pain, trauma, toxicity. Leave their ass alone. Cut them off.
Amen. You know what is making me even happier about this? That most of them are Gen Z that are talking. Okay? That's literally breaking curses. That is healing in motion. I love that for them.
Get out of my house right now since you want to record shit. Record and I'm putting you the fuck out.
I'm not doing nothing to you.
Get out of my house. You got 1 hour to pack your shit and get out of here.
Going up.
You got 30 motherfucking days to get out of my motherfucking house.
Like,
period. I'ma show you what I'm worried about. Get
fucking,
your location off of my phone.
You tell me
Bitch, you better shut up, ho. You better shut up.
House. I just took everything off this bed. I'm gonna clean up. That'll be gone tomorrow. That'll be gone.
Insane. Absolutely. And she was talking to her daughter like she just any old woman off that is insane. That is insane. Absolutely insane.
She pretended like, I didn't exist, but she was livid. She had a conversation with my grandmother, her mom. And my grandmother, for the first time ever in my life, I saw her take up for me. Like, why can't you just speak to her? Why do you have to treat her that way? And my mother was like, I've never had a child. I don't know what you're talking about. They were arguing, and I just remember crying. My cousin was crying. And after she was done speaking to my mom, her mother, she came to me and she said, I will dog you for the rest of your life. She was like, I will never be your friend. I will dog you I will never forget those words. And that was, after that, I think it just left me feeling like that's the end of it, that was the end of it. And I don't know what happened to me, but over time, I think I just developed like this thick skin that said, I'm going to show her wrong. Like, you're not going to destroy me. Anyway, my mother was calling the pageant director and was telling her I was an alcoholic. I was dating this older man. I was all of these horrible things, and that I should not be her beauty queen. I was a horrible representation. And she tried to get my crown taken away.
I think it's a form of, do you think she's suffering through some form of mental illness?
Absolutely. That's why I studied psychology, because I wanted to find out what was wrong with my mother. It was my only passion in life at the time. I wanted to know what would make a person look their own child in the face and say,
you are not mine. I never had you. And was confident, like in her eyes.
Yeah.
She meant that. And I've always felt that nobody was ever on my side. No one ever fought for me, the child.
That one was hard. That was hard. Exactly. Jealous. Jealous.
Anyway, my mother was calling the pageant director and was telling her I was an alcoholic, I was dating this older man, I was all of these horrible things, and that I should not be her beauty queen. I was a horrible representation. And she tried to get my crown taken away.
I think it's a form of, do you think she's suffering through some form of mental illness?
Absolutely. That's why I studied psychology, because I wanted to find out what was wrong with my mother.
Hey, so I related so much to Kenya and what she said about her mother and her experiences with her mother in this clip. But number one, I know narcissist is the buzzword right now, narcissistic moms, but I'm really wondering if the more appropriate term would be sociopathic moms, or are those terms narcissistic and sociopath like first cousins? And when Kenya is talking about her mom trying to create a smear campaign, I instantly connected and related to that, because in present day, my mother Marsha Ridley is out here, y'all, I swear to you, telling people that when I was a 300-pound high schooler at the Duke Ellington School of the Arts in Georgetown in Washington, D.C., my mom is telling people that I was a prostitute. I can't make this up. My mom has told people that I've done coke, that I used to have guns, all types of nonsense in a smear campaign. And hey, Mom, I know you're watching, but the more you tell people lies about me, the more I will continue to tell the truth about you. And you know, there is nothing that I've posted, shared in videos online that is a lie about you. You're just mad about it. And I am going to continue to share the truth about you. But the other piece of Kenya's video is the behaviors. It made me think about some of the other behaviors that I've had to experience throughout my life that makes me now say, I was raised by a sociopath, if not a demon. When I was in high school, even though I was that 300-pound overweight teenager, I still had friends. I still had outfits that made me feel cute and made me feel good, and outfits that, yes, my mother purchased. But any of the outfits or clothes that my mother saw that I was feeling good in and that I liked and that I felt cute, my mom would go into my room when I was not home, I was at school, or I was somewhere, bag up all my shit and give it away to public housing residents. My mom worked, when I was in high school, my mom worked in a public housing development called Sythax, Greenleaf, and James Creek. And
I love that she's naming names, honey. I love that she's putting that shit out there just in case it's confusing. Now that exactly, Fuzzy, is demonic. That is insane. That, like,
give my clothes away in a trash bag to needy public housing residents, and was like, oh, you didn't wear that much anymore, you didn't need that, and just give it away. She didn't do it to my stepsister. She didn't do it with other relatives that lived with us. She didn't do it with my stepfather's clothes or her own damn clothes, but would only pack up my clothes that made me happy and give it away to people to see me upset and cry and sad. And one more thing that my mom used to do in high school, I had an AP English teacher. His name was Cullen Swinton from DC. He attended a bunch of great schools. He attended Phillips Exeter Academy. So we just had a lot of respect for him and his views on our work. And he is one of the people early in my life that told me that I was a good writer and I was a good thinker, etc. And when I would get papers graded back from him, whether I got an A- or a B+, I felt extremely proud. They were like a trophy to me. And my mom, when I was not home, would go in my room amongst reading my diary and throw my papers away from Mr. Swinson that had A+ or B- on them. She would throw them away, talking about, you had too much junk stored in there. You're going to get paper lice or something like that, she would say, and throw my papers away. But never did this to my stepsister. Would throw my books away. I read a lot as a kid, but any books that she saw me around the house reading, I had the bookmark in the book. She would take the book and throw it away and saying that I'm going to cause the house to get paper dust mites, paper mites, or something like that. So yeah, crazy experiences. Peace.
That is crazy.
Sexy Alley Cat said, "How do you treat the stepsister good and not your own baby? To please to please her stepfather, to show the man that that stepped in to be with her, the stepsister or whatever that was there, her dad, to show her to show him some some extra shit to impress him. And I have seen that. I have seen that where they want to show the other side of the family, the man that they're with and their children, that they're a good person or whatever. So they start, doing shit for them and all this. Oh, baby, I've seen it. I've seen it. Okay. I've definitely seen it. Let's get another one.
For all my women who are eldest daughters that survived their mother being jealous of them, I need you to listen to this. Most people would think that you're delusional, self-centered, or arrogant to think that your mother can be jealous of you. You are a spitting image of her. You possess confidence. Oh, I'm about to cry. Okay. You possess confidence and knowledge and a beacon of light that your mother did not know how to possess. That is why she's jealous of you. It's nothing personal, okay? A normal mother that is connected to her maternal being will see her child being a beacon of light and be proud that she can carry the torch and further the race and break generational curses and further the family name. That's the entire point of having a child. It's so they can do better than you, right? So a mother being jealous of her child is completely abnormal and is spiritual warfare. I am a survivor of my mom being jealous of me. And I think it sucks so bad because I look just like her. I look just like my mom. I just have my dad's nose. And I think that's why she hated me. She hated me because I'm a spitting image of her, but I'm everything that she's not.
Mm-hmm.
And for all the women who are eldest daughters, that nobody heard your cries. Nobody believed you when you said your mom was jealous of you or that something was wrong. For all the women who will have this sunken gut feeling when they leave them or feel like their soul is being drained when they leave their family or stop talking to their mom or get off the phone with their mom, you're right. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. If you think your mom is jealous of you, she is. I was in denial for the longest. I will never forget the first time I made somebody's salary in 1 month and I called my mom and she didn't even bother to hide her jealousy. I made a video about that. She abruptly got off the phone. Her energy immediately depleted. She was like, "That's crazy." She was more excited when I had a panic attack in the back of the ambulance and I asked her, "What did the doctor say about me when I was a child?" "Oh, well, they said that you're autistic and that you're ADHD and that there's a problem." But when I made the most money I've ever made in my life, silence. Abrupt silence. "Oh, that's crazy. Well, I gotta call you back."
Wow.
It was just so evident. I used to be in denial. Like, that can't happen. That's my mom. She birthed me. This lady carried me in her stomach for 9 months. She can't be jealous of me. My mother is almost a millionaire. She has an 800 credit score. That's why that video that went viral with her giving me $10,000, that's nothing to her. Now ask me, am I a millionaire? Ask me what my credit score is. She did that on purpose. She hoards her wealth and her knowledge to keep me dependent upon her.
Wow.
But it don't matter though, because God got me. And I'm going to be a millionaire regardless. But I just felt spiritually guided to make this video. Somebody needed to hear this. I love you. Whoever you are, I love you. Keep healing. Keep thriving. And be everything that woman never wanted you to be. Carry that torch to the finish line. Do you hear me? We going to make it. Bye.
Amen. Amen. Sexy RN, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, "My mom denies her actions. Her famous line is, 'I don't remember.' She hides behind Christianity. She tried to pit my children against me. She triangulates. Now she's trying it with the grandchildren." That is where it stops. That sounds like a complete narcissist. That's what it sounds like. I'm so sorry. So sorry. That is insane. And I could not help but see Jupiter's Sun and Sexy RN. Y'all mamas reading y'all. That is such an invasion. That's sick. That's sick. My God.
Everything that happened yesterday took away like a lot of my excitement of getting my first apartment. How am I be excited about getting my first apartment? And I had to call the police on my ex-mom. And then she tell me don't even call my mom no more. And she was on the phone the whole time like with somebody while the altercation was going on. And she had brought up like some when I put you out. And I was like, yeah, because you put me out because of XYZ. And when I said the reason, she took the phone from her ear and started muting it. So whoever her friend is that she been talking to, she obviously isn't telling you the truth. And yeah. And I was like, okay. She was like, no, I didn't. That ain't why. You a liar. You're evil. I'm like, okay, so what was the reason? I don't have to get into that with you. You know why you did it, Ma. I don't have any alcohol, but I'm trying to clean the lace as much as I can because I just need to lay it down. Like, I'm going to lay it back down. And then this is going to be like hair in my face. So that's not going to matter.
Her mom is like,
everything that happened yesterday took away.
Really wanted to give her mom the beat down. Let me see. I think this video goes in this series of videos. Let me see.
The songs you sing out loud actually manifest.
My bad. That didn't go in there, but it's funny if y'all want to hear it. That I downloaded that for something else. It had nothing to do. But if we want to lighten up the mood, I'll go ahead and let it play.
The songs you sing out loud actually manifest, so be careful.
$63 million in a 14-bedroom house. I have a housekeeper who keeps my life together and a Pilates studio inside of my house. I got a man, a sexy man, who takes care of my needs and a little dog and a veggie patch out the back so I don't have to shop. I eat organic off the land. And I'm hydrated and I'm mentally well and I've healed all my wounds. And I like to go on vacation every single month. Yeah.
The songs you sing out loud actually...
Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Exactly. Look, y'all know I'm with the manifestation now. Look. If that's the truth, which I do believe that there is some legitimacy to the songs in your heart manifesting, baby. Look, I got $63 million in the bank and no worries at all. My house is paid for and I have a Rolls Royce and a driver. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I never get gray hair. And I never get a wrinkle. I'm living to be 163. Child, look. When I grow up, okay? When I grow up, okay? When I grow up, that was just too funny. I do think that was the perfect break up the day type situation, right? Definitely breaking it up, right? Breaking up the energy really, really good. Oh. Taz said it sounded like a horrible rendition of Good Times. But it's better than Good Times, because Good Times was like, just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt glow. Looking like it all looks hand me down. Like this woman's thinking about having $63 million. Okay. Oh, that is too funny. That is too funny. Okay. Definitely needed to break up the energy. Anyway, let me go ahead. Oh, you know what? I don't think I did my own ad. Let me go ahead and do that real quick and then we could wrap it up.
Did you grow up watching your mom choose men over you? Was she your first bully? Are you constantly drawn to men who expect you to suffer in silence and call it loyalty?
Do you feel torn between loving the women that raised you and confronting them for their harmful mindset and ways? If you have ever felt unseen, unloved, or unprotected, especially by the very people who should have had your back, then the Mammy DSM was written for you. I put this to language, these experiences. I identify these deeply ingrained behaviors. I trace their roots, and I show you exactly how they shape your relationships and your self-worth, and even your ability to thrive. This book will help you name the patterns, unpack the pain, and break the cycle once and for all. Please heal, unlearn, and reclaim. Grab your copy of the Mammy DSM. The link to the book is down in the comment section. Did you grow up? So listen, I still can't get over that song. That's that is going to be my song, okay? That's going to be my song. I'm going to have to write my own lyrics to it, but it's definitely going to be my song. So, listen, that was a lot to unpack. It was look, definitely some of it I wasn't even ready for. So thank you guys who sent me those videos and gave me that content idea. If you guys have some content ideas, feel free to email me. Thank you, Tiff. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I appreciate those of you that have been getting the book. I did get a wonderful review from was that who, I think that was Isis that gave me that review. I was going to post it on my community wall because I thought it was really nice. And I don't know, it just made me happy and proud, okay? We love you too, Jupiter Sun. We love you too. But here's the thing though, there's this club of women who smile through Mother's Day, repost old photos, but they still crying in private, and they still are wondering if they're enough. So just let me say this, you always were enough. Her issue is her issue. She wasn't healed, but you don't have to be, Just because she raised you does not mean she was qualified to love you or even worthy of your presence. Okay? Just just keep going. Just keep going, Just keep going. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I love you guys so much. I will be back really, really soon. You know what, Mistress Monica? I want to talk about what happens with a lot of girls in the JW situation. I might call one of my homegirls. She's a nurse, of course. All my friends are nurses, but I met her because I started being her hairstylist. She found me on the internet like about 15 years ago, and she grew up in the JWs, and it just came to mind all of the stuff that she would say, especially after what you said in your super chat. It really, 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 really resonated. I'm gonna see if she wants to come through and talk and unpack. No problem, Novella Dolphin. No problem. I hate that I took so long because I know that I have literally been sitting on it for about 2 weeks because I had other stuff that I was doing. Fused as usual says the best reaction is a happy life, well lived without continuing the pattern. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's for any of your haters. Okay. Live well, do well, be well, laugh, be successful. That literally is the antidote. Okay. They can't stand it. It's like kryptonite. Okay. Tiff says most JW girls I grew up with turned far away from that. Yeah. But you know what I noticed though? The ones that I know, they turned away from they're so successful, so ambitious. But what I did notice is that most of them are super perfectionists though. Like they really strive to be perfect in every way. Like it's really a big deal. Okay. Mixture says that the stories that she has will be content if she tells everything. Okay. I get it. So maybe we should do some anonymous type situations like that. Because I do think that sometimes people do want to share stuff, but they just don't want to be identified as a person sharing it. And that's important. You know, that's fair and that makes sense and that's understandable, especially if you're in Black social media spaces, you know. So maybe we could do like an anonymous thing. Okay. You're about to barbecue. Oh, I love you so much. Did you know that? You about to barbecue? So I don't have to cook anything. You are an amazing man. You are awesome. I love you so much. Okay. Um, a JW girl, that would be a girl that grew up in Jehovah's Witnesses. What's crazy is that little clip that I did about the video that I did about Katherine Jackson. And I was talking about, you know, them being JW's Catherine and Joe and some of the stuff that Alikia, no. Taz, Alikia said you're a helpful man. She said you're a helpful man. Child, not a helpful man. That's what Clarissa said. He gonna get you, Alikia. He gonna get you. But what was I saying? I know that I had said that we need to find a way for if people wanted to tell those stories for anonymity, for them to have that so that they could tell it. I'm telling you, Taz throw down on some ribs and some chicken on the grill. He definitely throws down. What? You are? I mean, she says he's a helpful man. It literally sounded like she was talking about her daddy. My daddy is a helpful man. Taz, you're a helpful man. Okay. Oh yeah, the Katherine Jackson. Thank you so much, Fuzzy. So there was someone that was mad because we were talking about, now y'all, if y'all remember, if you didn't watch my video about it, be sure to watch it. It is, I'll just link it in the comment section. But LaToya and her sisters have always maintained that Catherine knew that Joe had SA'd him and the sisters, right? And that, you know, that stuff had been going on, and that the only reason why Janet probably didn't suffer the same fate was simply because by the time Janet became of the age that he would start messing with the girls, the Jackson 5 and all them were popular, so there was groupies around and all that shit. So he was messing around with the young girls that were after his sons, right? So we're talking about that. And even in breaking down Catherine as a mammy, it wasn't an attack on her. It was literally diagnosing and, you know, identifying the behavior and the problem and where it came from. And here this heifer in my comment section talking about keep your name. These are Jehovah's people. Well, Jehovah's people out here SAing his daughter. And Jehovah's people out here letting her daughters get SA'd and letting this man abuse her children and not saying something. You want to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Bayou Bruja. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. I get so tired of that one. That one is overrun, but child, it's so real. It is so real. Definitely real. All right. Well, I am going to get off of here. I will see you guys later. I definitely will be back. I love you very, very much. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.